Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and I will be right back with Getting to Know You episode 25, as well as reminding you that today's the day that you enter for this week's Subscriber of the Week. So I'll see you in a sec. Natalie's Closet. Okay, so welcome back everyone. As I said, this is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and today we're going to be going over Getting to Know You episode 25. And I know you're probably wondering, why am I back in my bedroom? Well, I actually recorded the video completely at my desk. However, it had already started getting a little dark, but it was also stormy out, so it was even darker than it would be. And by the time I actually finished the video, it was just too dark and did not look right. So I decided to go ahead and move in here and do it from my bedroom. So forgive the scenery change, but you got to do what you got to do, right? And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it done earlier because I worked and then we ate and then just one thing after another. So it is what it is. So first, welcome to all of our new subscribers and welcome back to our existing subscribers. I'm so excited to have you all here. Side note, please forgive the crunching. Miley is eating a bone right now, and anybody that is normally on my lives on Tuesday nights knows that sound very well. So I apologize. I hope it's not bothering you, but otherwise she would have been in my face the entire video. So that's that. So I welcomed everybody, and I'm just so excited to have everybody here. We've had several new subscribers, so I hope you enjoy the video. Every Friday I do a Getting to Know You, which I go over any, tips or ideas or questions that were in the previous week's videos, and I go over it so that everybody can kind of learn from each other, because not everybody gets to read each other's comments on the videos, and somebody may actually ask a question that somebody else had. And this way we all get to know each other, get to know each other's likes, dislikes, or just in general getting to know each other better. Plus, I may have asked you guys a question and I may have gotten several answers, and you never know who may have been looking for the answer also. So this way I get to share it with you guys. And then Mondays are kind of a hodgepodge. It could be either, which I'm actually going to be streamlining that a little bit, and once I finally decide on the plan, I will share that with you. But right now, Mondays are either a Did You Know series, where I may go over, how or why crochet started, or I go over information about yarns and fibers that we use, or I could do a stitch tutorial. There's any number of things that I'll put into a Monday video. And then Wednesdays are typically WIP Wednesdays, where I show you my works in progress or finished objects, which lately there haven't been any of. Or, well, that's typically what Wednesdays are some sort of work in progress or a finished object or something like that. And then Happy Mail, I'll put in whichever video it happens to show up before. Does that make sense? And then every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. I have my live chats, unless of course something happens. Like this week I ended up hurting my finger and just wasn't able to do my setup and everything. So, sometimes situations happen and I'm not able to do it. But typically Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern are my lives. So I just wanted to give that information to all of our new subscribers, because I keep forgetting I don't do that. We get new subscribers and I don't really fill you in on stuff. In my description box, I have several different either affiliate links, referral links, or just links in general, as well as the links to my Facebook page, my Etsy shop, different stuff like that you can always check out. And if you ever have any questions about anything, just let me know and I will be happy to answer them. Oh, I felt like something bit my shoulder. Okay, so that being said, first things first, before we get into Getting to Know You, as you all know, because I mentioned it, I think on last week, Wednesday's video, Reggie with J Hook Crochet, Catherine with Cat's Eye Catchers, and myself started a traveling surprise fiber box. And what that box is we contacted many people and found out who would be interested and able to do what the plan was. And then we made up a list, and Reggie went ahead and put because it was actually her brainchild, and then she came to Catherine and I, and we kind of brainstormed about the idea. But she packaged up the box and sent it off to the first person, which, if you are part of my Facebook group or Reggie's Facebook group, we've been putting up the video. Well, actually, I don't know if Reggie has. I've been putting up the videos of the people that have received the box so far. So far, there's only been 2 people. Gary with Urban Yarns in Canada and Ryan with the Yarn Hag Ryan are the first 2 people that received the boxes, or the box. Anyway, and the idea is you don't share what's in the box with everybody, and you don't share with anybody what you're putting in to replace what you took out, but you share what it is that you took out. Well, the third person that received the box is Adele Romero, and she doesn't have a channel of her own, so she went ahead and she posted the pictures of the items that she took out on my Facebook group, as well as, I believe, Reggie's, and she's also going to be posting them on Instagram. But I'm going to go ahead and insert the pictures of what she took out here. Awesome choices, Adele. I love it. 2 great yarns, and you got Catherine's stitch markers. Yay! I love Catherine's stitch markers. They're so awesome. I have some, but I'm going to tell you a secret. The project bag that I took to the hospital for both my mom's surgeries, I can't find it. And it had my Tammy sweater in it and all the stitch markers on it, because I had them put in for every like 20 stitches or whatever. I can't find the bag. I know I brought it home with us, but I can't find the bag. So I only have one of Catherine's stitch markers. I'm so sad, you have no idea. Like, so sad. I'll find the bag and I'll find the stitch markers, but until then, I'm very sad. Catherine, I need more stitch markers. I'm kidding. I'm playing with you, seriously. But anyway, yay! I love the items that you picked out, and I wish I knew what you put in, but that's okay. So the box, I believe she shipped out the box today, and it will be going to its next destination. And so we'll just have to wait to see whose video, or if, well, actually, I don't know. Does the person have a channel? Is the video going to pop up, or is it going to be something like this again? But make sure you watch out for that. I do have a playlist, and Reggie has a playlist as well with the video. So just check every so often for hashtag traveling surprise fiber box, and that'll pull up any videos that are posted. So I'm excited for that. Okay, anyway, that took a lot longer than I had planned, but on to everything else. So as you all know, when I ask a question on my giveaways, or even if I ask you guys a question and there's, I get multiple answers or whatever, I always let you know what the statistics are, right? So with the giveaway, I'm really hoping that I washed my hands well enough after touching her bone and then rubbing my eye just now, because my eye's burning a little bit. That's not good. Anyway, the question, I had asked you guys a question on what is your favorite fiber base, because I always ask a multiple choice thought-provoking question typically. But I asked, I forgot to think up the question, so it's kind of an on-the-fly question. So I asked, what is your favorite fiber base to work with? And or what fiber bases would you love to work with? And I gave several options. So when I was going through all the comments, I was tick marking each. I made a list of all the different options that came up, and I put a tick mark next to it. Now, I did not separate it on what people have worked with and what people would like to work with, because there was such variety in the answers. So these stats are probably a combined have worked with and or would like to work with. if I remember, I mean, for the most part, a lot of these are I would love to work with, but then again, many of those same I would love to work with because of this reason. There were several that also said that is their favorite or they do enjoy working with it. So, number one was a silk, specifically silk and merino blend. Specifically that blend. There was one person that mentioned that specifically. Then number two was alpaca, specifically alpaca, with one person. Then Reggie mentioned, and I'm bringing her up specifically because I have it written down as well, but Reggie said that her favorite is superwash merino wool, but she really, really, really enjoys working with tencel, lyocell, rayon, and cellulose fibers. She works more with superwash merino, but when she does work with these, she really, really enjoys it and feels that she gets a better result with working with them. So I thought that was really interesting and something that I wanted to mention specifically. So that I do, yeah, I like those as well. And that was just one tick mark for each of those. Then we've got silk and baby alpaca, specifically that blend with one person. Then, who was it that mentioned this? I have it separate. Rachel mentioned that she recently heard of sugarcane and wanted to work with it. I actually have several skein or hanks of viscose made from sugarcane. Now, I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet because I haven't gotten that video ready yet. But I don't know if viscose is the only fiber that's made from sugarcane or not, but I know viscose is definitely one, and I love, love, love working with viscose. Love it. So that was one tick mark. And then bamboo was next with one, organic cotton with one, specifically saying organic cotton, not just cotton like the bulk of everybody said, or, you know, a specific. Organic cotton was specifically mentioned by one person. And then we've got Pima cotton was next with two, where they specifically said Pima cotton and liking it because it was what they used for wearable items versus like kitchen type items, because you always want to use a softer cotton for wearables. So Pima cotton by two, specifically because of wearable items. And then let's see, next was cotton bamboo blend by two, which I love bamboo. Bamboo on its own, oh my gosh, there's a beautiful bamboo from Hobium. I love it. Awesomely soft. Love it. All right, and then linen by two people. That was, one has worked with a linen blend, and one was, with linen specifically, and then one would like to work with linen because I had mentioned linen in a previous video as a fiber base. Then next with four people was just wool in general. They didn't specify whether it was superwash merino, alpaca, whatever. They just said wool. So four people with just wool. One of them saying that it's not their favorite. I mean, they have worked with it. It's not their favorite because it was scratchy, which would make sense if it was just regular wool. Then next was, this was a tie actually. Silk with 14 and cashmere with 14. Not specifically saying either they have worked with silk. Well, actually silk, there were a few that said they've worked with plain silk before. And then like maybe one or two people that said they've worked with just cashmere before. The rest of those 14 on each of them was wanting to work with silk or cashmere. They didn't say a blend. They just said would love to work with silk, would love to work with cashmere. Then next is superwash merino. Most of them were, I have worked with superwash merino. A couple were, that's my favorite superwash merino, which mine would be one, which wasn't counted in here. And then several that they would love to work with superwash merino, and that was with 15 people. For me, out of the, okay, let's go to the next one. And then, oops, sorry, I forgot the cashmere or silk blend. They didn't say blended with what, they just said silk or cashmere blend. That was actually only 7. Then it was silk and cashmere. And then we've got cotton is the second to most either favorite or used, or, well, I think everybody said that they worked with cotton. Anybody that's mentioned cotton said they worked with cotton. It's either whether it's a favorite or just have used cotton with 21. But the biggest thing that people said about the cotton was that they like cotton a lot, except they're frustrated with that they haven't found a cotton that doesn't split. And then with the silk, specifically, a couple people that said they worked with silk on its own said they love it because it glides along the hook very well. Now, the winner, or not the winner, but the top used, and whether favorite or used, fiber base is acrylic with 34 people. The average reason was because there's a lot of selection for it. You can find a lot of soft acrylic, lots of color options. Biggest thing was it's less expensive, but also that it's washable and dryable. Those were the majority of the reasons why acrylic was either a favorite or have worked with. So as far as all of these that I have worked with, I've worked with silk merino blend. Of course, I've worked with acrylic. I haven't worked with just silk. I love superwash merino. That's my #1 favorite. I've worked with Pima cotton. I've worked with cashmere or silk blends. I've worked with just cotton. I have worked with just plain wool, and that's not something I would do on a regular basis at all. I haven't worked with plain cashmere. I've worked with an alpaca blend, but not just alpaca. I've worked with a tencel blend, or a yarn that had tencel. I've worked with a rayon blend, not just rayon. I've worked with cotton and bamboo. A cotton bamboo blend. I've worked with bamboo on its own. Cotton and acrylic I've worked with. Silk, I have not worked with a silk and baby alpaca. I have worked with viscose. Oh, like I said, bamboo. I can't remember if I've worked with a linen blend or not, honestly. And then I have worked with organic cotton. So I've worked with the most of these on the list that were mentioned. But, okay, so those were the stats. I hope that was of interest to you. I know you guys like hearing the stats and then sometimes are surprised by them. Okay, now on to the rest of getting to know you. As far as questions, Dawn asked for a Monday video if I would be willing to do a tutorial on how to best size adjust a wearable. I would be very happy to do a video on that, except I don't make wearables. For one of the big reasons is because of the size adjustments, and that's just frustrating. I really don't want to have to sit there and measure and figure stuff out and this, that, and the other. I don't like sewing pieces together. You all know that. I will if I have to, but I don't look to do a project because they're sewable pieces. So if I happen, I keep giving you guys the finger. I don't mean to, but I can't bend this finger. If I'm able to teach myself, well, if I'm able to do a wearable that I really like and I'm able to teach myself how to size adjust if I need to easily, I will go ahead and do a tutorial on that. Otherwise, I will try to find somebody who does it well and that you'd be able to learn off of. That's the best I could do. I have someone in mind. I'm going to ask them if that's something they would be willing to and or could do. And then if yes, I will definitely share that with you. Okay, so then next, Beth, I wanted to ask you a question. You, in one of the comments, you mentioned that, well, on a comment for the Mom's B-Day Month giveaway answer, you mentioned that there's a cotton bamboo yarn, a specific cotton and bamboo yarn that you use that you absolutely love. Don't look at my messy notebook. That there's a specific cotton bamboo blend yarn that you absolutely love. Can you please let me know which one that is? I would love to try it. Love to try it. I love cotton bamboo blends. I love bamboo, like I said, on its own, but I love the blends also. So I would greatly appreciate it if you would share that with me. And then when on one of my videos, I asked you guys, because there's like 800 different options for color wheels on Amazon, I asked you guys to please let me know if there's a difference between the color wheels. If so, what makes one better than the other? And is there one that you guys prefer? Not one person even addressed the color wheel. I was like, I really want to be able to order one and train myself on it so that I can do the video that you guys have asked me on color, you know, choosing colors that work well together. Since I've told you guys that with me, I pick the colors that inspire me, that I think look good together, and then I go. I don't use, you know, like a color wheel or something scientific behind my method, if that makes sense. So if somebody could please let me know and either post a link, or either email me a link to it if there's one specific that you like or whatever. But I was actually asking that question because I was really wanting to know which one is a better one. Oh yeah, by the way, I know I always apologize for my hair. I'm getting my hair done on Wednesday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. She didn't have an appointment for like over 2 weeks, and I was like, are you kidding me? So the lady was like, well, let me look you up and see what exactly she does for you. I told her what she does for me, but okay, whatever. So she looked me up, and she's like, oh, well, I could squeeze you in next Wednesday. And I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it. No problem. I'm so excited. You have no idea. Okay, you guys probably have an idea. But I'm so excited. All right, so on to the rest of getting to know you. Oh, Barbara had mentioned that the wool that she has used, which I'm guessing she's used just wool versus like a superwash merino wool. The wool that she has used, she didn't really like working with because it stuck to itself. The wools that I use, because I typically use superwash merino, I don't use a lot of plain wool. The superwash merino wool that I have used, I don't have an issue with it sticking with itself. Now, I'm guessing it's because it is a superwash versus just a plain wool. So I don't know if maybe you'd want to, if you'd like to try a superwash versus a plain wool, just to see if there is a difference and that it doesn't stick to itself. But if you try that, or if you have tried it, I would love to hear your opinion on it. Does the superwash also stick or not? That I'm interested in knowing that. All right, I told you guys about that with Reggie and the Tencel and Lyocell and those guys. Oh, regarding the blocking, I know most of you guys are blocking whizzes and don't need to know this, but just in case there's someone like me that doesn't know this, I figured I would give you the answer I received. Tammy and a few other people said that when you block an item, you want to make sure that you block it and do whatever you want to do to it that you want it to look like at the end. So with my shawl with the popcorn stitches, I asked, should I pop out the popcorn stitches before pinning it, or while pinning it into place? And yes, absolutely, pop up the popcorns to the right side and pin while pinning it into place and let it dry, and then it'll look the way I want it to look, which is to have the obvious popcorn stitches. So again, I'm sure most of you guys knew this, but just in case there's someone like me, I wanted to just go ahead and pass that along. Okay, and then I already talked about the sugar cane. Oh, and then Sigal mentioned that when working with merino wool and some other, like when somebody specifically says, oh, I've worked with this and this wool, this and this yarn, and it's soft, it's amazingly soft, it's super soft, whatever you want to say. When she has used the yarns that people have suggested and said they're really soft, when she has used it, she was surprised at how not soft they were. Now, you all know I'm obsessed with soft yarn, and I want it soft. Like, Caron Simply Soft to me is a good example of a softer yarn. I'm not going to say it's the softest yarn I've used, absolutely not, but it is a softer yarn versus other ones. Like, I've been in the store and people have picked up, I've had people pick up Red Heart Super Saver. Now, I'm not dissing Red Heart Super Saver, you know, it's a great staple acrylic. But I've had people pick it up and say, oh my God, this is so soft. When I was first starting out, or for not really knowing or really recognizing these kinds of things, I would go over, because I love soft yarn, I'd go over and pick up that same skein of yarn, and I'm like, is there something wrong with me? This is like rough. I mean, not only is it not super soft, it's rough to me. And then people will pick up something different and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so soft. And I'll go pick it up and I'm like, this is not soft. What's going on? I mean, seriously, I was thinking there was something wrong with me. Everything is really a very personal thing. And just because one person thinks something is soft or rough or whatever, doesn't mean the next person is going to think the same thing. Now, Sigal, I will say, now I don't know if you've just worked with regular merino wool versus superwash merino wool, but now, yes, there are superwash merino wools that are soft, but I'm not going to say like butter. I'm not going to say that. But to me, superwash is softer than using even some plain merino wools that I've felt. And of course, definitely softer than just regular scratchy wool. But I can almost, I'm not going to guarantee because I'm sure I would lose at some point. But I am confident probably to like 90% that if I were to say XYZ yarn is really soft and you tried XYZ yarn, that you would also agree it's soft like I do. Almost positive that would be the case almost all the way across. But I would actually love to see if that is the case between the two of us, I'm saying, because that would be interesting. If there's someone who thinks that yarns I think are really soft think they're not, I would actually love to see that. I would love to find that out. If there's somebody, well, I'm sure there are people that think there are yarns that I like that think they're not soft like I do. I'm sure that's the case. But Sigal, we need to figure this out somehow. But damn, you live in Israel, so how are we going to find the same yarns to really, really, really be able to say, okay, we're going to have to send each other some stuff. Yeah, that's what we should do. Not like a ton of stuff, just like in a padded envelope or something. We got to try this out. Sigal, are you up for it? Let's try it out. I probably should have done that privately, shouldn't I have? Oops. Oh my goodness, I keep showing you all my messy notebook. This is my handy dandy notebook that has like everything in it. All my notes, it's like my Bible almost. Well, you know what I mean. But I would be lost without this, seriously. But anyway, okay. But Sigal, let me know. All right. Now on to the last thing. Oh, Dawn. Dawn is just so sweet. Remember how on my last video I mentioned my Pandora bracelet? I don't know if you guys actually got to see. I got to show you the monkey. Look at this cute little monkey. Oopsie, he's upside down. Or backwards. Look at this cute little monkey. Look at his tail. I got a monkey because I nicknamed all my girls, they're my monkeys. And then this robot, I'm trying to get my eyes out of here. And then this Snow White. This was in honor of my mom because she loves Snow White. I mean, my mom's still around, but she loves Snow White. So, and I like Snow White too. But anyway, when I was talking about my Pandora bracelet, I said that I received it somewhere around Valentine's Day from, I don't know who got me this Pandora bracelet. I added those 3, but the rest of everything that's on here that's how I got it. But I don't know who got it for me. I don't know who sent it to me. And there's only a few people that know my house address. But I thought it was very sweet. Dawn let me know that while I was talking, she was looking or reading through my description box to see if she could figure anything out. And she left a comment saying, Natalie, you know, I hate to tell you this, but you don't have your P.O. box address in the description box. It's your mailing address. And I explained it to her, and like I'm going to explain it to you guys because I have had several people in the past mention it also. But the address that is in my description box is my P.O. box. My post office, and I believe it's available in other areas. You just have to ask your post office. But my post office allows you to have either the standard P.O. box number 8374, that's my P.O. box number, as the address, or I can use their street address with the like apartment number being their street address number 8374. So the reason why they give you that option is because like FedEx, UPS, Amazon, those kind of or DHL, those kind of express couriers or services don't deliver to standard P.O. boxes. So I would have to use my house address for all of those things if I didn't have this option. So I promise you guys don't have to worry or, you know, be concerned that the address in my description box of every video is my P.O. box address. But thank you so much, Dawn, for bringing that to my attention. I really do appreciate that. And that was very sweet of you. You know, she was saying there are times that she'll copy and paste stuff into the description box, which I do too, because I have so much stuff that I'm not going to just sit there and retype. And that, you know, I could have accidentally done it that way, and that's maybe how my secret admirer got my address. But no, it is my P.O. box address. And if that may be something you guys may want to check. I know she's going to check with her P.O. box or her post office to see if that's an option available to her. And you guys may want to check that out also, so that if you are wanting to have different things delivered to your P.O. box versus your house, that could be a great option. But anyway, so thank you again, Dawn. I do really appreciate that. That was very sweet. But that is it for this week's Getting to Know You. Remember today, if you want to enter this week's Subscriber of the Week, today you want to make sure to comment what piece of jewelry changed on what day. And then that way you'll be entered for this week's Subscriber of the Week. And yeah, that's it. So Miley says hi and bye to her peeps. She may see you if I do a pop-up video this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to have the time to do it, but who knows. Otherwise, she will see you on Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Otherwise, you guys will see me on Monday with my next video. And I hope you guys have a safe and healthy and happy weekend. Stay safe and healthy. Love, hugs, and prayers to everybody. Extra prayers for those who need it. Remember, for every season, there's reason to crochet. Thank you, thank you, thank you all for all of your support. I really do appreciate it. And if you're still here and you're new, I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button down below, as well as the notification bell next to that. Make sure you hit it to all so that you get notified anytime I post a video. If you'd be willing to give this video a thumbs up, that would be awesome as well. And sharing it is always appreciated. So have a great weekend, and you guys will see me on Monday. Oh yeah, and remember, I know I've told you guys this before, but YouTube did do a big purge in August, and I'm still finding channels that are showing up as me being unsubscribed to, even though I have been subscribed to them forever. So make sure you check all your channels and make sure that you're subscribed to them still. So have a great weekend. I love you all dearly. Have a great day. Bye.